Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. This week I'm going to be showing you some meals I eat through the week. So this follows on from another video I did recently, so it's almost part 2 of when I went food shopping with you guys. So I took you out food shopping and showed you what kind of things I bought. If you're new to this channel, I am vegan, so I was buying obviously vegan ingredients, and we went to local farm shop and also the supermarket. So I showed you how I combine trying to be more sustainable and eco-friendly where I can, but also being on a budget. So this follows on from that, and it's using a lot of the ingredients I bought during that shop. So it's just we're filming some of the meals, both breakfast, lunches, dinners I'll be having through the week, and also showing you some food that I like to prep in advance. I tend to do that on a Sunday, so I'll probably be showing you guys that tomorrow. But it's essentially just to give you a bit of inspiration for if you want to be eating a bit more plant-based, or just generally maybe some healthier recipes. Not all of them will probably be super healthy, but I do try and, you know, be fairly healthy, a balanced diet, a whole food base. I cook from scratch a lot, but I do cook quite simply, so I do tend to keep it, you know, fairly simple and easy to do and quite cheap and affordable. So I thought I'd show you, you know, some of my favourite recipes and take you along with me cooking them. And I also have created a digital ebook on this topic, so I share with you how I meal plan and how I meal prep. So I'll leave that link down below, as well as the previous video to this, so you can see that if you want to before delving into some cooking. But it is, what day is it? Saturday. It's Saturday now, so I'm just about to start cooking my dinner. I tend to have dinner quite early, probably about 5:30 it tends to be when I eat, because I go to bed early, because I get up early, so it just means I have time to digest before, plus I get hungry. So and this one takes a little bit longer to prepare, so I just want to crack on with it, but I'll show you what I'm about to make, and yeah, let's get cooking. So this is what I'm going to be cooking this evening. So when I went out food shopping, I got a squash and some kale, and I already had some quinoa, and it was some mushrooms as well. So this is a nice veggie kind of bake. You can probably alternate, you know, the ingredients if you wanted to, and it's a good way of using up old veg. But I tend to do this. It says it serves 6, so I do it a bit less. It tends to do 2 or 3 meals for me, which is nice. It means I can have leftovers later in the week. But this is one of my favourite recipe books. So this is Minimalist Baker's Everyday Cooking, 101 entirely plant-based, mostly gluten-free, easy and delicious recipes. So I don't have many recipe books, but when I went vegan I did get a couple, and this is one I have hung on to. And true to my fashion, I probably alter it a little bit, but this is roughly what I'll be doing is from this recipe. So I'll link this recipe book below in case you wanted to check it out, and I will show you how I make it. So here it all is. So the recipe suggests actually that you put some cheese on top, some vegan cheese. They suggest vegan parmesan, but I don't have any. So you could just eat it like this, but I've cooked it all in slightly different stages, so some of it's cooled down. So I'm going to pop it in the oven, which the recipe suggests, again, mostly to melt the cheese, but for about 5-10 minutes just to warm it all through. And I find it makes the kale a little bit crispy on top, which is quite nice. But yeah, essentially, as you saw, I just roasted some butternut squash, cooked up some quinoa, and then all together in one pan I fried some onion, garlic, mushrooms, walnuts, and some kale at the end, just to soften it all down. So definitely something you can make in advance, you know, earlier in the day or days before, and stuff like having squash ready to throw in the oven,
quinoa ready to put in things. Like those are definitely things, like I say in my digital book on this, they're definitely things that is really useful to get ahead in, and you can do across a variety of different meals. But I'm just pop this in the oven, warm it through, and then that's my dinner served.
So this week's video is actually kindly sponsored by ZENB. If you've not heard of this brand before, they specialise in making entirely plant-based and also gluten-free products, and they've already sent me some of them, and I thought I'd show you them today. So the main product that they specialise in is pasta, which is actually made out of yellow peas, which I think is a really cool idea, and it's literally just peas. There's nothing else in it, and it comes in these cardboard boxes, which means it's fully recyclable. And what I really like about this brand is a couple of things. The first is from a nutrition point of view, being vegan. I love that this is a really easy swap to your diet, but adds in more protein and also more iron. So as a vegan, you have to be a bit more conscious about your iron intake, making sure you get enough, otherwise you get, a bit fatigued. And it's something that I'm always keeping a close eye on. So this is just a really easy way to swap out some recipes that I already make with other pasta with something that's more nutritious. So they've got a different range. They've got all this sort of normal shapes of pasta. They also have some quick cook pasta if you're in a bit of a hurry. Other products they do are some sauces. So I've tried some of these already. They do penne pasta that I've eaten, and they also gave me some tomato and basil sauce, which again I've already eaten. So some other sauces are, they've got a sweet carrot one, which is tomato and oregano, and then they've got red pepper one here. And again, tried the sauces and they're really yummy. And what I like about this brand, as well as it adding some nutrition to your diet and making it really easy to do that, is the sustainability side of it. So like I already said, the pasta comes in cardboard, and I did a bit of looking on their website and chatting with them, and it's really cool to hear about that peas themselves are actually a really sustainable vegetable. They use a lot less water than like wheat, for instance, and all the products within this range are organic, and they also, peas themselves actually improve the soil health. So it's just, there's so much good to this brand. I was really excited when they reached out. I think it aligns really well with my values and what I think your guys' values are. So I was thrilled to pieces to be working with them and chatting with you guys about it today. So I'm going to be making some lunch now, and I thought I would show you a recipe that I've made with this pasta before and just basically say so you can see how easy it is to swap it around. Essentially, I'm just going to be making pasta with one of the sauces, probably the carrot one, and putting in some vegan sausages, which is a bit of a comfort meal for me, a bit of a kid's meal, but I really enjoy it. It's really quick to make, and being lunch, I'm in a bit more of a hurry. So I'll leave links to ZENB below. I'll leave a link to their website and also leave a link to their Instagram if you want to check them out. They do a lot of like cool awareness raising community projects that you can get involved with, and if you do want to do your first order for ZENB, you do also get a discount. So yes, thank you again to ZENB for sponsoring this video, and I'm going to crack on because I am hungry.
So here it is in all its glory. I'm glad I took a shot of it before I smushed the sausages in because it looked a bit prettier. But yeah, this was really easy to make. So the pasta just takes about 10 to 13 minutes to cook, depending on how firm you like it. The sauce you just warm through either on the pan or in the microwave. And then I just cooked some vegan sausages and cut them up, and I have some garlic bread. That's just warming up as well. But super quick and easy, and ZENB also have some recipes on their website, so make sure to check those out because I definitely want to try something a little bit less childlike next time.
So it's Sunday morning now, and I'm going to be getting on with some food prepping. I like to do this once a week, generally at a weekend, to get ahead on the week, because it means it saves me time when I'm going to be a bit busier, and also means that I'm more likely to eat healthy if I've got that kind of food on hand or easy to create. So today I'm actually going to be making some soup, which is a bit of a weird choice because we are in July and it's particularly hot at the moment. I think it's going to be up to 26 degrees tomorrow, which is way too hot for the Scottish Highlands. But anyway, I have a craving. I've not had soup now for a few months, so I'm going to be making some broccoli soup, and it's a really creamy version because I'll be putting cashew cream in it, and it's probably my favourite all-time soup. So I'll show you how I make that, and I'm also going to be making some energy balls for like snacks, healthy snacks through the week. I'm debating making some banana bread, but I'm not sure I can be bothered. I think I've just got some bananas I need to eat, so I might just shove those in smoothies through the week. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be making today, so I'll show you how I make it. So these are the energy balls I'm going to be making. So this is another one of my recipe books here. Really enjoy this. This is the brand Boho Beautiful, who I followed for a long time now, and I actually have their app because you do their yoga and Pilates and meditation all on their app, but they do have a YouTube channel as well if you wanted to get all that stuff for free. But it's not just recipes in here, it's actually got like other stuff about your nutrition, and some suggested grocery lists, and yeah, just loads of useful stuff, particularly if you are transitioning to being more vegan. Then I found this really useful. But yeah, they do have some recipes in here, obviously. So these are the chocolate ones I'm going to be doing today. So yeah, they're date based essentially, and then you whiz everything together. That's basically what happens. You just whiz it together, and you can roll it in some cocoa powder or some desiccated coconut, and then you can have them in the fridge, and I think I might put some in the freezer. And top tip, so this is you blend dates. My blender is not very powerful, so what I do is I soak my dates in boiling water for even just 10 minutes before I blend them, just to soften them a little bit. I wouldn't leave them in too long because they do disintegrate a bit if you leave them in for a while, but it just means my blender's able to whiz them up better. So if you have a powerful blender, then that's not an issue, but if you don't have a cheap one like me, then this is a little tip. But yeah, otherwise it's pretty simple, so I'll just show you how I put these together. So here we go. I've put about half of the soup in a Tupperware because I'm going to put that in the freezer for lunches either later in the week or probably next week. The rest I've got about probably 2-3 portions, and we'll have some lunch today and over the next couple of days. And then yeah, managed to fit all my wheat energy balls in this small Tupperware, and I think I'll just keep these all in the fridge. I don't think I'll bother freezing any for healthy snacks through the week. So that's my food prep done. So dinner time now, and I'm going to be making a curry, so I'll probably just show you how I've started it and what I'm going to do, because it is a super simple recipe. So I've already roasted up the cauliflower and the squash, so that's a whole cauliflower and half of the squash that I used for my previous meal. And then essentially you just cut up an onion, fry that, add some spices. Sorry, the dog is drinking noisily in the background, it's very warm. And then once that's all fried up, I add in some red lentils, some coconut milk, and I think 200 ml of water. Let it simmer for about 20 minutes till the lentils are cooked. Add in the roasted veg for 5 minutes, and then that's pretty much it. But it is a super simple recipe, pretty cheap recipe as well, and really, really yummy. It's probably my favourite curry I make, so I'll show you when it's all done. So this is it all served up. I forgot to say I've got this recipe online, so I'll be able to link that down below for you guys, and it's a really nice recipe because it's yummy, but also the lentils add a bit of protein to it, which is handy for vegan diet. But yeah, I'm just going to serve this up with some naan bread and dig in because I am starving. I thought I'd end this video with showing you more of a comfort meal, especially as it's Saturday today. So I'll show you what we're going to be making.
I'm going to be making these, so sweet potato and black bean burgers. This is another recipe book. It's actually my only other recipe book I've not shown you yet. This is the first one that I got when I turned vegan, and I do recommend it if you want to replicate some more comfort meals. So this is definitely a favourite. So I'm currently just boiling some sweet potato, and then I'll be able to mash that. You can put that in the oven instead and soften it that way, but we didn't have an oven in the tiny home, so that's what we choose to do. And then once that's all mashed, I'm going to toast the walnuts next, and then put those in a food processor with half of the black beans, whiz that up, put that in a bowl with the other half of the black beans, some seasoning, so some garlic granules and mixed herbs, and then you basically add the sweet potato and mix it all together and make these kind of patties. Once it's all together and shaped, I do leave it in the fridge for an hour as the recipe suggests. This says it makes 2, but it always seems to make me like 4 to 5, so these must be massive burgers. I'm not sure what she does. But yeah, it's a really yummy comfort meal, so I'll show you it when it's all done.
Thank you very much for keeping me company this week in my tiny home kitchen. I hope I gave you some inspiration and some ideas for more plant-based vegan meals you can make. And thank you again for ZENB for sponsoring today's video, and I'll make sure to include their link to their website below if you want to check out their products. And if you do make anything with that brand, please do tag me in it on Instagram and tag the brand in it. I'm sure we'd love to see it. But apart from that, if you did enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe. I really do appreciate your support, and I will see you guys next week.